Welcome to the Forge. In this crucible of combat, we set the order for the tag team divisions.
The following contest is a semifinal match in the Forge the Four tournament. Introducing first, making their way ring from the unified school of the Tiger style, Tiger Mask 2, Tiger Zadok. Together they are Tiger Mask 2.
The tag team win-loss records reset every season. But in this tournament, we take the four teams that had the highest win-loss records except for the reigning champions, and we pit them against each other to re-establish the AWL Best Four. And after losing their tag team gold at the season finale to their own students, the Elder Tigers look to get back on the board, establish themselves in the tag team division. Season 20 already started off with a bang. We crowned a brand new Joshi Canadian National Champion. Now we're going to see what the future has in store for this United Empire.
And their opponents, making their win ring from Shinihon Puroresu, accompanied by the reigning IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion, the Commonwealth Kingpin, Weirosube, the tag team combination of the Imperial Unit, Jeff Cobb, the Dominator, Great Okan.
All hail.
Together they are the United Empire.
AWL Hontai's working relationship with Shinihon Puroresu continues into Season 20 as the United Empire's heavyweight tag team does us the honor of their presence here in the Forge. Standard AWL rules will apply. 20 count on the outside, 1 fall to a finish, 15-minute time limit. Though we do not anticipate this going to a time limit draw because all of these teams, knowing what's at stake, knowing that a title shot against a young, unproven set of tag team champions is at the end here. We ring the bell, collar and elbow tie-up between the super heavyweights, and a drop behind by Tiger the Dark. Tiger the Dark, one of the sleeper power... Oh! Jeff Cobb showing his unusual agility from man to side, avoiding that splash. And now going for the vertical suplex. Does there a count? No, look at that. Look at the strength of the former Olympian. They call him the Hatchet. They call him the Imperial Unit. They call him more than man. Matanza he has been in the past. But he is Jeff Cobb, one of the most powerful wrestlers in the world. Belly-to-belly slam with a twist, literally. Ooh, as one of the heavier... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we just saw Jeff... We just saw Jeff Cobb do a kick-up, and it's like a minute into the first match of the show. This is going to be a fun night. Tiger the Dark, representing the Black School of the Tiger style, up against a team of... Well, they're not exactly fan favorites, but they don't cheat either. And the tag is made to Zadomineta Great Okan, undefeated in the United Kingdom, I believe, as he is allowing his opponent to make a tag? That seems uncharacteristic of any member of the United Empire. Going up and down. The Dominator, Great Okan, doing a good job right now of cutting the ring in half. Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay, the head of Tiger the Dark just went bouncing off of that top turnbuckle. There's a steel ring under there. That is not particularly good padding. Maybe the mask helped a little bit, but that could have been a career ender. That could have been a Seth Rollins Sting moment. You wind up doing trios matches in AEW. Going up. Oh, brain buster on top of it. The Great Okan, no mercy, no care for the safety of his opponent. You want to win the match. You don't want to end the man's career. Or maybe you do if you're in the United Empire. Tag made back to Jeff Cobb. There's been no tag on the Tiger side. Tiger the Dark starting the match. And in comes Tiger Mask 2. very quickly convincing Jeff Cobb to break the hold. Inverted DDT by the former AWL World's Tag Team Champion. A little more about the format of this tournament. We've got 8 teams, 4 from each division, men's and women's. 2 semifinal matches, 1 final, and 1 third-place match. All 4 of these teams are in the best 4. This is a tournament to determine rank. The winners of the final get the first place rank, rank 1. The loser of the finals, rank 2. The winner of the third-place match, rank 3. Loser of the third-place match, rank 4. As we go to the outside, we see the Commonwealth Kingpin, Will Ospreay, getting involved here. Oh! And the referee's going to have to be careful here if Will Ospreay gets involved. If Will Ospreay, I don't know if is he allowed to even defend himself, because that was aggressive action by the Black Tiger. And Ospreay doing the smart thing, walking away as Tiger the Dark, caught between a Cobb and a hard place, decides to go back into the ring where he should be. And of course, 20 count on the outside. You can advance in this tournament by any method of victory. Tiger Bomb into the cover. 1, 2. Pinfall, submission, count out, disqualification. Anything advances you except for a time limit draw. Ooh! And I don't actually know what would happen in the event of a time limit draw. We'd have to wait for a decision from the commissioner's office. We're going into the back and still back into the United Empire corner. Tiger Mask 2, it's been about 5 minutes already, and he's been the only one here. He needs to make a tag. He's gotten his ass kicked. He's gotten his head nearly taken off of his body. And a tag made to the Dominator, Great Ocon, all hail, as I don't know what he's going for here, but he gets a kick to the quadricep from his opponent. And going up. No, reversal. Great Ocon powers out of it. Tiger the Dark having to come up with a new game plan. I don't think he's going to get it. Vertical suplex. Brain Buster! Vertical drop Brain Buster by the Dominator, Great Ocon. And finally the tag is made. In comes Tiger Mask 2, 5 minutes into the fight.
Open kickoff, 5 minutes. 5 minutes pass.
As we hear the first timed call of the match, that'll be at 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left, and then 3, 2, 1 if we get that far. And Tiger the Mask, a house on fire right now, dropping the Dominator, Great Ocon. And that's such a safe move for the attacker. You're basically jumping from the ring apron down to the floor. But it's such a devastating move to the victim of the attack, because you're going spine first into the steel superstructure of that 20 by 20 foot ring. Referee makes the count, and again, Will Ospreay getting involved here. Going up. Oh, double underhook suplex. An inverted tiger suplex, almost. As the Dominator, Great Ocon, comes out, he has to help his boss, the leader of his faction, his stable, his Bea. Elbow strikes right to the nose of the Dominator. That's great. No matter how big you are, you can't train your nose. If you get a broken nose, if your nose starts gushing blood, there's no way to train around that. And this is for a shot at the tag team titles. This is for a shot at the Tiger Brothers, who only just won. They're at V0. They won the titles from the Elder Tigers at the season finale of season 19. You can go up in the archives and take a look at that. Referee's count is at 7 right now, with about 8.5 minutes. And of course, the Dominator, Great Ocon, all hail, going out of the ring. That will cause... Oh, wait a minute. Will Ospreay just getting his ass kicked here. Almost thinking that the New Japan authorities are going to have some issue with that. But Tigers... Maybe if you can't beat him, join him and then beat him. The Tiger's in trouble here. That's the second time that the United Empire has been able to use that little sneak, Will Ospreay getting his butt kicked, as he deserves, quite frankly. Again, no, focus on the match. Oh, reverse vertical suplex. Referees count up to 8, and of course every time somebody enters and exits the ring, that will reset the count. It's a 20 count on the outside. AWL rules in effect. And finally, everybody back in the ring where they belong. And here we go, the claw slam of the Dominator Great Okan. All hail. With 7.5 minutes on the clock. This match has been 100% dominated, almost no pun intended, by the Dominator and the Imperial unit. Into the cover, so far away. Oh, but somehow, barely, despite perfect ring positioning by the Dominator Great Okan All Hail, Tiger the Dark able to cross the expanse and break up the cover. The tag is made, and now it's Jeff Cobb versus Tiger Mask 2 with a... Oh, Jesus! A drill claw. Whether you call that the drill claw, whether you call that the cover, hang on, 1, 2, whether you call it the Kaiser Smash, it's a sit-out pile driver, one of the most dangerous moves in all of professional wrestling. Going up and down, Tiger Mask getting back to his feet. Now, I would normally say that Tiger Mask is the more technically gifted wrestler of the two in almost any match, but we're talking about an Olympic-level competitor. In Jeff Cobb, and outside, Great Okan with a Tiger Bomb, insult to injury, and going up, what is this? It's a sharpshooter! Sharpshooter! But he's barely even spent any time in Canada. And wait a minute, the Great Okan coming in and out, continuing his combat with Tiger the Dark on the outside. We're focusing on what matters, and that's the in-ring action. 1, 2, kick out at about 2.5 by the Imperial unit, Jeff Cobb of the United Empire. And this is only our first match. Only our first match. We've got Solar Wings versus Gamba Shadows and the Joshi division. All 4 teams of the Joshi division. The Unholy Alliance, Yin and Yang, the Ladies of Lucha, UK Gen 2. All of that still to come here in the Forge the 4 tournament, the last special of pre-season 20. The next video from us will be season 20 of the Animated Wrestling League, beginning in earnest, and for the first time in the history of our company, first time in the history of the league, the New Year's tournament, the Oshogatsu Taikai, will be taking place mid-season. It's going back to the start of the year. And Okan, another cover, the referee out of position. 1, 2, broken up again. That was chaotic, and that was a mistake by the referee, but the referee's decision is final and sacrosanct even when it's wrong. Going up, and no! Attempted a DDT blocked by those powerful fists of the Great Okan. All hail. Oh, but a chop, and look on the outside! Power slam on the outside, military press slam on the outside. Going for a brainbuster, knee to the head, knee to the crown of the head. Takes him over, couldn't get him up for a full German. But he manages a belly-to-back takedown and a slap to the head. Hopefully, I mean, maybe you don't want to piss this guy off. Going for the German again, this time he nails it. Tiger Mask going up, you might be thinking the moonsault. One of the signature moves of the Tiger. So no, elbow drop from the top. Vintage Animated Wrestling League action from a Season 0 original. Going down, back to the sharpshooter with 4 minutes on the clock. Oh no, he over-twisted it. Stomp! A Sasori stomp, you might almost call that. Tiger Mask 2 showing us an old Tiger can learn some new tricks. I don't think I've ever seen him do that rather unusual hold and attack before. That combination, the Sasori Stomp. Sasori, of course, meaning scorpion in Japanese, if you didn't know. Going up. Oh! And a knee to break up. Either that was either going to be a slidewalk slam or a backbreaker. And a running elbow, putting all of his body weight into it. And despite the fact that Tiger Style originated in the junior heavyweight divisions of the world, this Tiger Mask is 100% heavyweight. And now going up again. That's almost like it's almost the Tetsu Kani. It's the elevated cross-leg crab, and a tag is made. We're almost out of time here, folks. 3 minutes left. Of course, the wrestlers can hear these time calls. Big splash! Flying splash. He defies gravity. 1, 2. Jeff Cobb with the breakup. Jeff Cobb saving the match for the United Empire, and it's 2-on-1 with Cobb at the moment. Referee has to regain some control here. We're going to go for a power slam. No, we're going to eject him! The super heavyweight ejected with a Tiger suplex hold. 1, 2, 3, no! 2.9 at the very least, ladies and gentlemen. The kick to the midsection. Okan looking for something. He's looking for a sit-out body slam. And he pulls him into a cover. 1, 2, no! So close, with so little time left.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left.
Going for the brutalizer, the rings of Saturn almost. As Jeff Cobb, finally recovering, ejects Tiger Mask from the ring. Go back to our legal combatants. The kick's a swing and the miss, and grabs the face. The claw hold slam. That one missed kick could be the difference between victory and defeat. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. The United Empire pick up the victory in an extremely hard-fought match. And the fans here not happy about it.
Your winners, the United Empire.
Well, the United Empire goes on to face either Gamba Shadows or Solar Wings in the final of the men's division. And if I'm the Tiger Brothers, I'm worried. Second match of the tournament, and again you see the win-loss records have been reset for the new season. New season and some new music as well some new ring gear.
The following contest is a preliminary match in the Forge the 4 tournament. Introducing first, the tag team combination of Raigan Oneshi, Eruption Solar, and The Rock. Together they are Solar Wing.
THE-ROC, The Rock, Eruption Solar. Fighting out of the center of the sun, he'll be right at home in the heat of the Forge, the crucible of combat. One-night tournament, and now they know the prize for the winner of this match is the United Empire. And once we complete the semifinal matches for the men, we're going to move over to the women's division, do our semifinals over there. Lots of action on the floor.
I can't believe about
Are they even bigger than they used to? Wait a minute, what's going on here? Right, the Shadow Beasts, the Simulacra, the Shadow Walkers. They are definitely bigger than they used to be. They, of course, a reflection of the dark will of Gamba Hishi Dark, and it's going to be The Rock versus one of the Shadows. They don't have individual names, they don't have individual identities, I don't think they have souls at all, let alone individual ones. And starting off with a code breaker and going straight, oh! Into a figure 4 leg lock right off the start, and The Rock, the most recent challenger to the AWL Grand Championship. He challenged in the main event of Season 19's finale, cashing in the Canadian National Championship to do so. He was unsuccessful. That's why he cashed it in. That's why the title is now in the Joshi division in the hands of Spring Tiger. Go back and check out that AWL Canadian National Championship Scramble match for more information on how the contenders' titles work here in the Animated Wrestling League. Another 15 minutes on the clock in this, I don't want to say preliminary because there's only 4 teams in the Forge the 4 tournament. But so this semi-final match, 15 minutes on the clock, collar and elbow tie-up. The winners will go on to face the United Empire to determine the number 1 contender to the tag team titles. The losers will go on to face the Tigers in the bronze medal match to determine the number 3 and 4 contenders. The tag is made to Eruption Solar, who's used to not being the biggest man in the ring, but this is getting ridiculous. Multiple shots, he's just bouncing around like a rag doll. Dragon Screw Leg Whip. by the extraterrestrial luchador, Erupcion Solar, the solar flare of Lucha Libre. Jeebus! The Shadow Beast, I think, passing through some solid matter there. These creatures, these Gamba shadows. I don't know what they are, I don't know what they're made of. I do know they're not human. 2 minutes in now. Plenty of time. We just saw a match go to the absolute limit, so we have time limits in the AWL. If we gave these competitors no sense of urgency, they would fight forever. Fight forever. Clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. Vertical suplex attempt. No counter to be seen. Simple vertical suplex. Your legal combatants are Gamba Shadow and The Rock, T-H-E-R-O-C. Check the spelling. The man finding out of the tails of Sinbad. What the... Okay, Erupcion Solar, the referee. The referee, only so much a referee can do here. But Erupcion Solar unable to stop Gamba Shadow from making his top rope attack and making it successful. That is extremely unusual. The Rock looking to reestablish himself. I wouldn't call him a failure. He was the first person to ever cash in the Canadian National Championship, meaning the first person to ever reach full gold belt status with that title. Hard shot into the corner. Ooh! And The Rock not where he wants to be, but I think this season he is going to be rededicating himself to his tag team, to the Solar Wings, to becoming the AWL Tag Team Champions of the World. 11 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Collar and elbow, he's going to try and just beat him down, kick to the midsection, DDT, yes, he hits it! He can actually hit the DDT when he needs to. The tag made, back to Erupcion Solar. And this might be a good strategy, frequent tags. Whenever you've got these odd couple tag teams, the smaller, faster guy, the bigger, stronger guy, you want to... Oh, look at that! That's what I talk about, bigger and smaller and faster. And again, frequent tags. You know the Rock's not going to be doing a springboard moonsault. But he is going to... Uh-oh. The idea, I think, is to keep different styles in the ring. Try to confuse your opponent, get them off balance. Styles make fights, and sometimes styles make teams as well. Duck under. Lariat! It's a lariat when the arms move. It's a clothesline when the arm doesn't move. Tag made shadow to shadow, and that's the opposite strategy with these bookend tag teams, where they're basically identical to each other. You're fighting two men with the strength of one man with the strength of two. Basically, the endurance of two. Sling Blade, at least you know what you're dealing with, but it's just going to be so much harder to wear an opponent down to the point that you can pin them. 10 minutes to change. Lariat over the top rope, down to the floor like a big sack of moldy black potatoes. As The Rock on the outside, maybe going to try and stall.
Open kickoff, 5 minutes. 5 minutes passed.
Maybe trying to stall. Oh, nope, that's going to take us back to 1. Legal fighters are the Shadow and Erupcion Solar is now going after Gisei. Trying to take the manager out of the action. Collar and elbow going up, and this is not good into that crowd. Barricade! Those aren't literal flames on the floor, but it is boiling hot here in the Forge, in this warehouse adjacent to the AWL dojo here in Japan, trying to find our tag teams, find our tag team top ranks. Everything in the AWL must be earned. Nothing is handed out for free. And now it's a 2-on-1 beating of Gamba Shadows versus Erupcion Solar. The Rock nowhere to be found. One of the Shadows aiding the Demon Gisei on the outside here. He's back to his feet. Fall forward slam by Gamba Shadow. You can just hear those slaps echoing throughout the Forge. Gonna have to make sure to listen to the referee's count. Oh, wait a minute, reversal. DDT, inverted DDT by Erupcion Solar. At this point, if you're going to try and go for the count-out victory, this is not the time to do it. As we're back in, one in. I don't think the Shadow's going to take too long getting back in himself. He does not. Over the top rope, back into the ring, right hand. Uh-oh. Isatsuaza, the wings of the devil, Akama no Tsubasa! That is a guaranteed victory without a breakup. And at the last second, literally kicking his own partner to get his shoulders off the mat. And the fans showing their appreciation for tag team wrestling. Into the cover. He's got him, I think. 1, 2. No, the leverage was in place. The pin was good. The hook of the leg perfect. But the Shadow Beast just playing kicks out. Collar and elbow going into the corner. I think he's thinking about the shotgun drop kick. Yes, he is. Like the Scythe of the Reaper, the shotgun drop kick into the corner, straight into the cover. The Rock occupied on the outside with the other Shadow, and that is it. Gamba's Shadows United Empire in the final to determine the #1 contender to the Tag Team Championship of the world. Akama no Tsubasa, last second kick, but it was this drop kick that sealed the fate of the Solar Wings. As Gisei takes his victory lap, as does that disembodied voice. That's not a ring announcer, obviously. We move now from the men's division to the women's division, as we call it here, in respect to Puroresu, the Joshi division. It's going to be the personifications of the human psyche versus literal monsters. Individually called the Unholy Alliance, this tag team a part of the Monster Union stable. A collection of beasts, yokai, and classical monsters brought together by the mysterious witch known only as the Manipulator.
The following contest is a semifinal match in the Forge the 4 tournament. Introducing first, being accompanied by the Manipulator. Making their way to the ring from your realm of the yokai and Transylvania, the tag team combination of Echo Musume and Wild Thing, Monster Union!
Just as a reminder, all the teams in this tournament are here because they had the top 4 win-loss records as a tag team in Season 19. Aside from the active champions, of course, because you can't challenge for your own title. By the end of the night, we will have a brand new best 4, brand new contenders, set of contenders, top 4 contenders for the AWL tag team titles in both the men's and women's divisions. So this, as far as tag team wrestling is concerned, this is the most important night of the season, because this sets the tone. And these matches do count in terms of win-loss records, both on your individual win-loss records and with the New Year's tournament coming up sooner than expected. Well, coming up sooner than it usually would be in this sort of point of the season. Every victory counts. And of course, you want to set the pace. The winners of this tournament will be 2-0 in tag team action this season, so that's a great way to start things off.
And their opponents making their way to the ring from the human psyche, the original tag team, Yin and Yang!
And when we call them the original tag team, we are not just talking about in terms of psychology and human beliefs. We are talking about in the Animated Wrestling League. These two are the first tag team ever hired by this company way back in Season 0. They retired from the AWL after we lost the ability to do intergender wrestling, so these two are the only women's team to ever hold the AWL, what are now the men's tag team titles. They came out of retirement when the Joshi tag team division was started up, but right now, it's going to be Wild Thing and Yin starting us off. 15 minutes on the clock. The rules for the women are the same as the men. Equal rights and equal fights, or at least as close as we can get to it. Yin from the light side of the human psyche looking for Oh, interesting. An armbar using the ropes. Of dubious legality is that. Yin, the more technical... Oh, interesting. I thought she was going to go for a suplex. Went for a spine buster, essentially, but the enormous bulk that is Wild Thing managed to get her front paws under the ropes, forcing the rope break. Good call by the referee there. Tag made to Yang, the more vicious, the more powerful member, the stronger member, and a standing moonsault from a veteran, let's just say. So that is rather impressive. Going now for the bow and arrow lock. The elevated bow and arrow lock is a really good counter for this. Let's see if Wild Thing can pull it off. She does. She counters into a pinning predicament, forcing Yang to kick out immediately. Anytime you're in a submission hold and you can force your opponent's shoulders to the mat, I understand that's what happened to Crown Jewel, you can... It's a great reversal because either your opponent breaks the hold and you're out of trouble, or they don't and you win the match. So always be aware of your body positioning, always be aware of your ring positioning. And look at the strength. I said Yang was the powerhouse of the team, and she is. Yin, the technician. Kick to the midsection, going for a fall-away slam. No, countered into a hip toss. Yin and Yang are both going to be looking for the duality driver, their finishing maneuver, or maybe the Psyche slam or the full circle. That tag is made to Neko Musume. Claws flying immediately, and thank you WWE 2K22, everybody got their tails back. The Cat Daughter, the Neko Musume, a classic Japanese yokai, brought into the world of professional wrestling. That was a spear. I think that actually turned into a DDT. Pretty sure Yang got the worst of that, hence the tag. Yin and Neko Musume, now your legal combatants in this tag team tournament match. Our next bout will be the Ladies of Lucha versus UK Gen 2. It'll be Lucha Libre versus the World of Sports Style here in the AWL Forge. We call it the Crucible of Combat, and it is 2 matches a night, 2 matches in one night in order to get yourself either to the number 1 or a best number 3 position if you can win at least one of them. Only the team that loses twice tonight and enters the regular season with a record of 0-2 will be in real trouble here, frankly. Just to let you know, I'm currently dealing with a massive head cold, so if I sound a little out of it on commentary right now, there is a very good reason. Tag made. If you want to support me working while sick, please give me a like, give me a subscribe. We've had a lot of new subscribers since the some of the videos I've been doing lately, which does give me a clue of what you actually want to see on this channel. So we're going to try and do more of that going forward. Hang on, 1. Referee only getting a 1 count out of that situation. The Animated Wrestling League is our 20th season of professional wrestling action on YouTube, on Daily Motion, had our own blog for a while. I'm not even sure if that still works, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Going for the deadlift German suplex. 11 minutes and change now. Dragon screw. Or kitty screw, we can call that? The king screw leg whip? I don't know. But a hard cat scratch fever. The tag is made, and I think that might be a strategic error. I think Neko Musume might have been able to take advantage there and actually make a successful 3-count fall. Oh! Went to the well one too many times, and the knee of Wild Thing jammed right into the canvas. A huge axe kick with some authority on that. The tag is made to Yang. All of these wrestlers, they train hard during the offseason. They perfect new techniques. They get new gear made. They work on their game. They sometimes mutate into a completely different looking form. But that is the life of a professional wrestler. You are training. You are in practice at all times. And Neko Musume watching the referee. Yep, we're going to get away with this, we think. Or are we? Yang flies through the air with the greatest of ease. Double axe handle on Wild Thing as Neko Musume being chastised by the referee, given a public warning, sent back to her corner.
5 minutes. 5 minutes pass.
We are now 1/3 of the way through the time limit. But we definitely hope this is not going to go to a time limit draw. It shouldn't. We would have to await a decision from the AWL commissioner on where the rankings would fall and how the tournament... Oh, huge spin kick right to the head. Knockout. Referee late on the count. 1, 2, 3. No, okay. If the referee had been there, that would have been a knockout kick. That would have been an end of the match. And frankly, I'm not sure Neko Musume isn't knocked out. Stereophonic jump downs. And now Yang going after the manipulator. And as long as I believe as long as the aggression is on the side of... Oh, wait a minute! Okay, the referee is calling this. And Yin and Yang are the winners.
Here are your winners as the result of a disqualification. Yin and Yang!
Okay, so Yin and Yang will advance. We know that. Yin and Yang advance to the finals of the Joshi division of the tournament. And we will see who will join them there. It's Ladies of Lucha versus UK Gen 2.
The following contest is a semi-final match in the Forge the Four tournament. Introducing first, making their way to the ring, the tag team combination of Joya and Tormenta del Fuego, the Ladies of Lucha.
The Luchadoras entering the ring in their inimitable style. Ready for action against a far less high-flying tag team.
And their opponents making their way from the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd, and Emily Nagasaki, UK Gen 2.
And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I must reveal the pre-taped nature of this event. Because as we move forward, we now go to the last 90 seconds of the match. Because this match did wind up as a time limit draw. Check this out, Diamond Flosion. Bad ring positioning by Joya. Super kick. A diving tag, a hot tag in the hot night of the Forge. Joya thinking wisely of not going for whatever springboard maneuver she was thinking of, especially at that range.
1 minute left.
Well, as you can tell by the time cut, this did go to a time limit draw, and as a result, neither team can advance, we think. We've never actually had a time limit draw in the Forge the Four tournament, so we await a ruling from the AWL commissioner. However, I can tell you that it could be worse for both of these teams. As punishment for getting themselves disqualified, I can say that Wild Thing and Neko Musume, Monster Union, have been relegated to 4th place. Yin and Yang advance to the finals, but automatic 4th, automatic last for Wild Thing and Neko Musume. As we reach the final 10 seconds of this contest, the referee had pretty much lost all control well before this. As we see Tormenta del Fuego, the firestorm of Lucha Libre, make one last desperate effort.
Time limit draw.
As a result, because UK Gen 2 had the higher win-loss record as an average team, they advance. We had something very similar happen in the men's division. So what the AWL commissioner decided to do was to take the individual win-loss records. Remember, the tag team records reset every season. The individual records do not. Their career, their lifetime. The AWL commissioner decided we're going to take the average of the win-loss records, the individual win-loss records, add them up, divide by 2, and the higher rank will get the higher position in the best 4.
1 minute left.
That's how UK Gen 2 take the number 2 position of the women's best 4, and the Ladies of Lucha take number 3. As punishment, the Monsters only take number 4, and Yin and Yang, as the only team to actually win a match in the tournament, take number 1. This match was already for positions 3 and 4. This is the bronze medal match. And as this went to another time limit draw, you see the last 30 seconds here, Tiger Mask 2 looking for something, maybe a moonsault off the top. Nope, elbow drop from the top, going back to vintage AWL action, back when that was the only move the computer could do from the top. Tag is made with less than 20 seconds. This could have been it. This could have done it. One, but The Rock able to break it up at the last second. Attempted a kick by Tiger the Dark, but that's the wrong competitor.
This match has been ruled a time limit draw.
And once again, the higher individual win-loss rankings set the pace. We now go to the finals of the tournament, where we actually did have a winner. Sorry to break the kayfabe and reveal that this was not live, but have you ever tried to live broadcast out of a forge? It's really hard.
The following contest is the final match in the Forge the 4 tournament. Introducing first, being accompanied by IWGP US Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay, representing Shingon Pro Wrestling, the tag team combination of the Imperial Unit, Jeff Cobb, the Dominator, Great Khan.
All hail.
The United Empire.
United Empire defeating the former AWL World's Tag Team Champions, Tiger Mask W, to advance to this tournament, taking almost the entire time limit. Over 14 minutes of the 15-minute time limit. Sorry, over 13 minutes. We got to the 2-minute call, didn't get to the 1. Whereas this team took less than 10 minutes. So while both teams have had the same amount of rest time, there is a disadvantage to the United Empire.
And your winner is...
Not yet.
By the Scenery from the pits. Gone Shadows. Bye-bye.
And the Shadow Walkers, once again stepping through the night itself. Their otherworldly abilities not fully chronicled in AWL lore. They are capable of almost anything. The Shadow Beasts, the Simulacra, bigger and badder than we have ever seen them in the AWL. And it's going to be the Dominator, Great Khan, all hail, versus one of the Shadows. 15 minutes on the clock. I can tell you this match did have a decisive winner. Going up now, and power slam into the stomp. What do we have here? A stomp now on the elbow of the Dominator, Great Khan, all hail. But that's actually a really good strategy when you're dealing with the Great Khan, all hail, is that you can go for the arms. Specifically, try to go for that right hand of his, because that's where he uses that claw hold that he uses as a submission, that he uses as a slam. It's probably the best place to attack him. Of course, the United Empire, experienced tag team, former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So they know how to cut the ring in half, which they're doing right now. Isolating this particular Shadow Beast. Look at this, going for maybe a... I thought he was going for maybe like a Razor's Edge or something, but that great drop down by the Shadow, and now retaking control of the match by retaking control of the ring, control of the territory. Hard shot right to the face of the Dominator, Great Khan, all hail. If you don't know the story behind the all hail thing, Great Khan is actually a hero. He actually saved a young girl from a molester about a year or so ago now. He received a certificate of commendation from the city, and basically demanded people start hailing him as a hero, so all hail. Tag made to the former Olympian Jeff Cobb, discus lariat, taking down the super heavyweight, and look how small Jeff Cobb looks compared to what Gamba Shadows have turned into. We have not seen Gamba Hishi Dark in the Animated Wrestling League in months. Not since he lost the AWL Grand Championship. Kick up by the... How does he do that? How does that guy do a kip up? How? Nobody that big should be able to do that, but he can do it. He can do it twice. He can do it with great ease off of those elbow drops. Tag made. We're going to see a tag made on the Shadow side. No, we are not. No tag, no refresh for Gamba Shadows as we go up. And vertical suplex. In Japan, that would be called a brainbuster, I believe, since there's no actual bridge on the suplex. In Japan, it's only a suplex if you're doing a bridge. Couple of right, couple of left hands actually there. Going up, vertical again, gonna go for a brain buster! Vertical drop brain buster. Everywhere around the world calls that a brain buster. And into the sleeper hold. Sleeper hold with the body scissors. The ankles are not hooked. Gonna have some trouble squeezing the life out of the Shadow Beast as he rolls up. Snapmare escape. Great counter wrestling by Gamba's Shadows. I know I should be supporting the AWL team over the New Japan Pro Wrestling team, but the Pride of the Animated Wrestling League is not as big of a deal, quite frankly, as keeping Gamba's Shadows away, at least temporarily, from the Tag Team Championship of the World. We already know that Yin and Yang are the #1 contenders to the Bird and the Bee, Solo Darling and Willow Nightingale, the AWL Joshi Tag Team Champions. Going up and no. Going for a DDT, that's countered by Cobb. And, oh my god, look at that. Oh, no, not his way. Oh, reversal to the Tombstone Pile Driver. Brilliant reversal. That was lucky, because we know that the Smulkra of Gambahishi Dark, they love to use that sit-out pile driver, the one that essentially ended the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin. As the Shadow goes up and down to the outside. Going after Will Ospreay, I think. Yes, why are they doing this? We've seen this a lot tonight. Going after the manager. I mean, if you get your... we've already seen the AWL Commissioner is going to punish you if you get your team disqualified. But in the finals, you know, there's no next match to punish. You can win by disqualification, but... I think that rule was written assuming that it wouldn't be a deliberate disqualification. And the tag is made. I'm not sure if the referee saw it or acknowledged it. Or this is a twin magic situation. And Ospreay again being taken out. Maybe to prevent him from interfering later in the match. I don't know. We've got about 10 minutes left on the clock. We're about to hit our first time call of the bout.
Go 5 minutes. 5 minutes passed.
And there you hear it, as referees count up to 4. Of course, anytime someone enters or exits the ring, that will restart the 20 count. AWL rules in effect here in the Forge the Forge tournament, a once a season event, in order to determine #1, 2, 3, and 4 contenders to the AWL Tag Team Championships. We will begin our regular season action in our very next video. We're going to have, I believe it will be AWL Strong and Free will be kicking us off this season. That's going to be our Canadian branch of the league, and of course our Japanese branch, AWL Hontai, the main branch, will be following up. And we're going to go until January will be our first crossover event, and that will be the New Year's tournament, Shogatsu Taikai, 1/4 of the AWL Grand Slam. And where the top 8 wrestlers of each division will face off in a single elimination one-night tournament. So if you love tournament wrestling as much as I do, make sure to check out the Oshogatsu Taikai, the New Year's tournament. That's going to be coming first week of January. So just book that around your Wrestle Kingdom. And I think we're still going to do this Nakamura Great Nakamura Great Muta match. That's actually going to happen, believe it or not. Referees count up to 9 as Will Ospreay still getting a beating. That's the 10 count, only halfway through the time limit. Or only halfway through the count, but that's going to reset with Jeff Cobb going back out there. Will Ospreay, damage done to the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion, at least at the time of recording. Collar and elbow going getting him away from Ospreay, but Ospreay's got to be careful not to get his team disqualified here. This is unfair. I think some of our teams have figured out you can attack the manager, but they can't attack you back. The Shadow again looking at Ospreay. You're not gonna win the match by beating up Will Ospreay on the outside. Or can we at least get somebody to beat up Gisei to make this fair? Collar and elbow on the outside, pick up, fireman's carry position. This is not good. That's a super heavyweight. He's not used to being picked up and carried around like a sack of potatoes. Hard shots, hard right hands by the former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. Collar elbow, kick to the knee to the midsection. And oh, straight into those steel steps. The corrugated metal will dice your flesh into ribbons. Kick to the side. What do we have here going up? Vertical suplex. Yes. Oh! Twisting brainbuster on the floor. And we are halfway through the referee's 20 count. But no, we're going to reset it as the Shadow returns to the outside of the ring, the ringside area. That will reset the count. Those are the rules of professional wrestling. The referee stuck with them. Inverted DDT. Down we go. Right hand, left hand. Caught the left hand, though. Caught the non-dominant hand of Jeff Cobb. Yeah, but I don't think the Shadow is going to let this stand. He's going to go back out there. Remember, this is the final. This is to determine who will face the Tiger Brothers for the AWL World's Tag Team Championship in the very next tag team title match. We don't know exactly when that'll be scheduled. I imagine the first week or two of the season. I should point out that both of these teams registered to AWL Hontai, so this title match would take place in Japan on AWL Hontai as part of the Animated Wrestling League. And another chant for tag team wrestling by the fans here in the Forge. We've seen some great tag team wrestling here tonight. We've seen some rubbish tag team wrestling here tonight. But thank you for checking us out. Thank you for watching an episode of the Animated Wrestling League. Please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, do all of that happy YouTube stuff, especially if you're a fan of any of the wrestlers here. Share that out. And Akama no Tsubasa, the Wings of the Devil for the 1, 2, and 3. We have #1 contenders, and the Tiger Brothers are in enormous trouble. And you can see Akama no Tsubasa. And there you see it, the best four for Season 20 Gamba Shadows, United Empire, Tiger Mask W, and the Solar Wings. Thank you for watching. We will see you in regular season action. But for tonight, Korede Kimarida.